everyone, mabuhay. So I am Mariel K. Absen, and today I will be discussing about the sustainable management of tourism and hospitality. So this topic focuses on how we can enjoy tourist destinations while protecting the environment, culture, and local communities. So let's begin. So tourism today focuses on enjoying the nature, culture, arts, and traditions while protecting them for the future. So sustainable management means balancing the needs of tourists, locals, and the environment to make a tourism last. So it aims to conserve natural and cultural resources so future generations can enjoy them too. So tourism today is not just about traveling and taking photos. When people travel, they want to enjoy nature, culture, music, arts, food, festivals, and the unique traditions of a place. But at the same time, we need to protect these things so that they are not destroyed or lost. So sustainable management means balancing the needs of tourists, the environment, and the local people. So the goal is to make tourism last. So the natural environment, cultural heritage, and local identity are preserved for future generations to experience and enjoy. Sustainable management of tourism and hospitality means achieving quality growth without depleting natural and built environment while preserving culture, history, and heritage. So sustainable management of tourism and hospitality means achieving quality growth in tourism without destroying the environment or culture of the community. So it includes taking care of natural surroundings like beaches, mountains, rivers, and forests. Then build structures like museums, galleries, hotels, and historical places, and social interactions and cultural heritage of local people. So the key is to balance the number of visitors with the environment's capacity to allow enjoyment with the least destruction. So sustainable tourism and hospitality depend on sound policies and harmonious relationships among local communities, private sectors, and governments. So a key idea here is carrying capacity, which means the maximum number of tourists a place can handle without being damaged. So if too many tourists visit at once, the environment and the local community may suffer. So we need proper planning and rules to make sure tourism continues without causing harm. Managing sustainable tourism and hospitality. So the importance of managing the cultural, natural, and social impacts of tourism and hospitality cannot be overemphasized. So sustainable tourism and hospitality encourage economic and social responsibilities for preserving and enhancing our cultural and environmental heritage. So to manage tourism sustainably, different groups must work together. So like local communities, private sectors such as hotels and resorts, then government. So they create policies and guidelines that protect natural, cultural, and historical places. So the UNWTO has established many guidelines and directives for including sustainable tourism in a country's tourism program. So the UNWTO, or the United Nations World Tourism Organization, provides direction to help countries make tourism sustainable. So the Global Code of Ethics for Tourism, or GCET, is a comprehensive set of principles formulated to direct stakeholders in tourism and hospitality development. So another important guide is the Global Code of Ethics for Tourism, which teaches tourists, businesses, and governments how to act responsibly. So overall, sustainable tourism encourages economic opportunities, community participation, and environmental protection while still allowing everyone to enjoy travel. So sustainable tourism is about enjoying travel while respecting and preserving the environment, culture, and people of a destination. So it ensures that tourism continues now and also remains available for future. That's all.
Here are the 10 principles of sustainable tourism and hospitality economic. 1. Economic viability. Ensure that tourism and hospitality businesses are economically viable and contribute to the local economy. 2. Local economic benefits. Maximize the local economic benefits by sourcing goods and services locally. 3. Fair distribution of benefits. Ensure that benefits are distributed fairly among local stakeholders, including communities and businesses. 4. Employment opportunities. Provide employment opportunities for local people and promote fair labor practices. 5. Local entrepreneurship. Encourage local entrepreneurship and support small and medium-sized enterprises. 6. Investment in local infrastructure. Invest in local infrastructure such as road, water, and sanitation to support tourism and hospitality development. 7. Sustainable pricing. Implement sustainable pricing strategies that reflects the true cost of tourism and hospitality services. 8. Value for money. Ensure that tourists receive value for money and that prices transparent and fair. 9. Community engagement. Engage with local communities and involve them in tourism and hospitality decision processes. 10. Long-term thinking. Prioritize long-term thinking and planning to ensure sustainability and of tourism and hospitality management. These principles aim to promote economic sustainability in tourism and hospitality, while also benefiting local communities and minimizing negative impacts. Managing sustainable tourism and hospitality is crucial for minimizing negative impacts on the environment, local communities, and cultural heritage, while maximizing economic benefits and promoting responsible tourism practices. By implementing strategies such as conducting environmental impact assessment, supporting local communities, and developing sustainable tourism products, tourism and hospitality businesses can contribute to a sustainable future.
Mabuhay na imbag na aldaw, or should I say good morning. I am Harold Balmaras Lumba from the Group 6. Today, I will be discussing, sharing, and exploring the UNDP's roles and UN SDGs for the course Macro Perspective for Tourism and Hospitality Management. Let's start with what is Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs. Well, the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs, also known as the Global Goals, are the universal call to action to end poverty, protect the environment, and assure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity. These 17 interconnected and interdependent goals include new areas such as climate change, economic inequality, innovation, and sustainable consumption. The SDGs give clear guidelines and targets for all countries to follow based on their own priorities and the current world environmental challenges. The SDGs provides common plan and agenda to tackle some of the pressing challenges that the world is facing, such as poverty, climate change, and territorial conflict. Next, let's tackle the role of UNDP. As the lead United Nations agency on international development, UNDP works in 170 countries and territories to eradicate poverty and reduce inequality. This agency helps countries to develop policies, leadership skills, partnerships, and institutional capabilities to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. The United Nations Development Programme's mandate is to end poverty, build democratic governance, rule of law, and inclusive institutions. This agency advocates for change and connect countries to knowledge, experience, and resources to help people build a better life. What are the Sustainable Development Goals? The first is no poverty. The UN promote to end poverty in all its forms everywhere. Second, zero hunger. The UN promote to end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Next is good health and well-being. The UN ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. Next is quality education. The UN ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Next is gender equality. The UN promotes gender equality and empower all women and girls. Next, clean water and sanitation. The UN ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. Next, affordable and clean energy. The UN ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. Lastly, decent work and economic growth. The UN promotes sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all.
Good day everyone, mabuhay. I am Joel Sibal and today I'll be continuing our discussion about the 17 global goals. Let's start with goal 9. Build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. This goal is about making strong and safe buildings, creating eco-friendly industries, and supporting new ideas that help people and the economy. Goal 10 is reduce inequality within and among countries. This goal is all about fairness, giving equal chances to everyone no matter their background or where they come from. The goal 11 is make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. The goal 12 is ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. It reminds us to use resources wisely, recycle, and avoid wasting to protect the earth. The goal 13 is take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. This goal tells us about fast to fight climate change by reducing pollution, protecting our planet. And the goal 14 is conserve and sustainably use the oceans, seas, and marine resources. This focus on keeping our oceans clean. And the goal 15 is protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystem. This goal is about taking care of our forest, land, and animal. And the goal 16 is promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development. It promotes peace and justice so that everyone can live safely and be treated fairly. And the goal 17 is strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. So these goals reminds all countries to work together and help each other to achieve all the sustainable development goals. And now, let's move on to the International Year of Sustainable Tourism for Development 2017. This program encourages changes in policies, businesses, and consumer behavior to make tourism more responsible and sustainable. We have the 5 International Year Enhances Tourism rule. 1 is inclusive and sustainable economic growth. Tourism helps the economy grow by creating jobs and opportunities while caring for nature. And the number 2 is inclusiveness, employment, and poverty reduction. It provides jobs and helps reduce poverty, especially in small communities. And the number 3 is resources efficiency, environment protection, and climate change. It teaches us to use natural resources wisely and protect the environment. And number 4 is cultural values, diversity, and heritage. Tourism helps preserve and share culture, traditions, and history. And number 5 is mutual understanding, peace, and security. It builds peace, respect, and friendship among people and different countries. And overall, these global goals reminds us that creating sustainable world needs teamwork, creativity, and care for both people and nature. If we all do our part, we can build a peaceful and better future for everyone.
Sustainable tourism and hospitality are not new concepts in the Philippines. Filipinos have always respected nature and community. Sustainable tourism means we must care for the environment, culture, and people while developing tourism. Families and communities share responsibility in protecting the future. Tourism should match the lifestyles, traditions, and environments of each local destinations. Everything must benefit both tourists and local residents. Tourism is not only about fun places, it is also about people, culture, and nature. Tourism can involve people's stories and heritage, pilgrimage and history in nature, or what we call ecotourism, and also a cultural experiences. By doing this properly, tourism builds a better individuals, stronger families, happier communities, and a better country. Tourism supports the dreams and needs of people and communities in a positive way. Peace and Filipino hospitality make tourism attractive. Why? It's because for tourists to enjoy a place, it must be safe and peaceful. Filipinos are not naturally hospitable, using values like malasakit and focusing on customers' need improve tourism development. Local must love it too. If tourism is developed sustainably, it will remain progressive, attractive, and long-lasting. It strengthens Filipinos' identity, pride, and commitment to protect their homeland. In summary of all my reports, sustainable tourism in the Philippines means caring for people and nature together, protecting culture and heritage, building stronger communities and a better future. Lastly, is creating peace, pride, and identity through hospitality. Tourism should benefit both locals and visitors, ensuring that future generations can still enjoy the beauty of the Philippines.
For this topic, we're going to discuss about current trend in sustainable tourism and hospitality. So, in this slide, we have first slide we have historical milestone. At this point out two significant events that help establish and formalize the concept of sustainable practices in industry. So we have 2002 World Legacy Award. This initiative was created to publicly recognize and honor outstanding businesses and organizations that demonstrated strong commitment and exemplary performance in sustainable tourism. This helped incentive good practices by giving it prestige and visibility. So the second is the National Geographic. This Traveler, March 2004. This publication played a key role in raising awareness by publishing specific criteria designed to measure sustainable practices in tourism and hospitality. This moved the concept beyond vague ideas into measurable action. So next is this second slide is we have the essential components that define sustainable tourism and hospitality, along with the clarifying key terms. So this slide has the criteria for sustainable tourism and hospitality. Sustainable tourism is measured by its success in maintaining high standards across multiple interconnected area. So first is environment and ecological quality. Minimizing population, conserving resources, and protecting biodiversity. So next is social and cultural integrity, respecting and supporting local communities, cultures, and traditions. And then next is the condition of historic buildings, archaeological sites, ensuring the preservation and integrity of heritage assets. And next is the aesthetic appeal, maintaining the beauty and visual quality of the destination. Next is the quality of tourism and hospitality management, implementing practices that are efficient, ethical, and focused on long-term sustainability. So overall outlook for the future, ensuring that current practices do not compromise the ability of future generation to enjoy the same resources and experiences. So key definition for this is sustainability is defined as penetrating all levels of policy and practices related to tourism and hospitality. It means integrating long-term environmental, social, and economic thinking into every decision, not just treating it as an add-on. Sustainable tourism and hospitality development. This is primarily viewed as economic stimulus for growth while maintaining or conserving the natural and built environment. It emphasizes that economic growth and environmental preservation can and must happen simultaneously.
Hello everyone. So I am Nova Jane Alaman, by the way. I am going to discuss about the global impact of sustainable tourism and hospitality. So over the past 2 decades, there's been a huge surge in interest in eco-friendly travel, and it's a trend that's here to stay. So, what is sustainable tourism and hospitality? So, sustainable tourism and hospitality is all about balancing the needs of the environment, local communities, and the tourism industry. It's a proactive approach that ensures tourism products are high quality while minimizing negative impacts. Without effective management, tourism can degrade the environment. So we have the power to alter our surroundings, so it's crucial to manage tourism responsibly. So let's look at the Code of Ethics for Tourists outlined by the Parks Canada. So first, enjoy our diverse natural and cultural heritage and help us protect and preserve it. Second, assist us in our conservation efforts through the efficient use of resources, including energy and water. Third, experience the friendliness of our people and the welcoming spirit of our communities. Help us preserve these attributes by respecting our traditions, customs, and local regulations. Then the fourth, avoid activities which may threaten wildlife or plant population, or which may be potentially damaging to our natural environment. And also the 5, select tourism and hospitality products and services which demonstrate social, cultural, and environmental sensitivity. So, sustainable tourism and hospitality is not just a trend, it's a necessity. By following ethical guidelines and investing in sustainable practices, we can ensure that tourism benefits everyone, from travelers to local communities and the environment. And that's all. Thank you.
So, I have a question. Can tourism help a place grow without harming its beauty? Obviously, an answer is yes. So now we will be tackling about the benefits of sustainable tourism and hospitality. So as we all know, tourist attractions in both the natural and built environments are important factors for economic growth. So anong crucial man ni silang duha? So, it is simply because tourist attractions in both the natural and built environments are important for economic growth for the reason they draw visitors, so which in turn brings money and opportunities to the local communities. So, here's an explanation. Examples sa natural attractions, di ba, mga beaches, mountains, and parks. And examples sa built-in attractions kay katong mga museums, historical landmarks, and resorts. So, it attracts tourists from different places. So, when the tourists visit, they would spend money on food, lodging, transportation, mga souvenirs. So, kaning spending, makatabang na siya sa mga local businesses para makahatag og mga trabaho sa mga tao. So, as more the tourists come, it can also encourage new investments and promote local culture and pride. So, a good maxim to remember is that we have not inherited earth from our ancestors. So, we have only borrowed it from our children. So, what do you mean by this maxim? So, this means that we are only temporary caretakers nga ang earth dili ni siya nabilong sa atua. So that is why it is important for us people to become responsible because ang natural resources nato kay syempre sana ang mga next generation pod kay ma-appreciate sab nila o makita sab nila, matanaw sab nila so that our children, our grandchildren would also experience the things that we are experiencing right now. So to sum up our topic, sustainable tourism and hospitality aim to achieve growth while protecting and improving communities' natural, cultural, and built environments. So it balances economic progress with environmental care, creating jobs, supporting local businesses, and improving people's quality of life. So this kind of approach relies on cooperation among the communities, the governments, as well as the private sector. So today it is gaining global attention as people realize that the real progress comes from preserving the cultural resources and promoting long-term growth as well. Thank you.